んこんにちは。くせ毛を生かして綺麗なカールにカーリーガールリーです。今日はスペシャルなゲストが来てまして、How should I call you?
Tiff.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Tiff が今日来てますという私が、今日フィリピンに旅行で来ていたので、インターナショナルな、カーリーフレンドの Tiff に今日は、インタビューを、したいというふうに思います。日本とフィリピンのカーリーガールの違いだったりとか、アジアでどういうふうにカールが思われているのかっていうのをちょっと今日はお話ししたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
You know a bit of just like
a few phrases.
Yeah. How many years have you had curly hair?
Oh my gosh, so it's officially my second year last July. So
Okay.
my curls just turned 2 years old. I never expected that my hair would be this curly actually. I thought it would be, wavier because I don't really see, especially I'm a Filipino Chinese. So I'm a mix, and most East Asians in my school anyway, nobody had hair like this. As a kid, like nobody. I think my hair also when I was a child, it was just straight wavy. So in all my childhood photos, you don't see any curl. But around 6 to 7 years old, my hair started to grow messy, frizzy. It was frizzy, and in the Philippines, we actually even call it kinky. So even if it's not coily, we call it kinky. So they don't really like it. And my mom was just constantly brushing my hair, trying to make it straight. I never expected it when I started the curly girl method that it would be this curly.
Oh wow. So did you start your curly journey from the curly girl method?
Yeah, because the story was in 2019, I was so tired of rebonding. Rebonding is chemical straightening, that's what we call it here. So I was doing that for 17 years, trying to have straight hair. Around 2019, I stopped because I got tired of it. And I was looking for ways on how to, is there a way to manage this frizzy hair? And it led me to searching for precision hair cutting. So I thought maybe if I had the right cut, maybe it would be better. But then I realized after every salon, you have your hair blow dried, right?
Yeah.
But then when you go home, wash your hair, poof, it's gonna go poof, and when you towel dry it. And then I saw it in a Facebook crowdsourcing group. So somebody said the curly girl method, and in the Philippines, there are a few groups catering to that. So Curly Girl Philippines, that was the first group I joined, and they had a really good guide. So it's unlike I don't know if the Western groups or in Japan are there also curly girl.
There were some people who were taking care of their hair based off of curly girl method, but they were like fluent English speakers, so they wouldn't really make a group in Japan.
I see.
So there was no information.
No
If I look upカーリーガールメソッド in Japanese, nothing will hit up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So the people should be grateful. I think it started by Ria Fernandez. She's the first one who started a group around 2018 or 2017.
Oh,
yeah.
That way back?
Yeah, earlier. So maybe
amazing.
2018 or something. And then the pandemic happened, right? 2020.
Yes.
So 2019, I was ready to change my hair, and I found the curly hairstylist because in that group they had a lot of resources.
Right.
So there's like a handful in the Philippines. There are like 100 million people, but only a handful of hairstylists who know how to do curly hair. So I found one, Leslie Espinosa. But unfortunately, during the pandemic, I booked right like at the start of March, and then everything closed by the end of March. And then I had my appointment supposedly in May. So and she was a U.S. citizen, so she got stuck in the U.S. So I was like, oh, maybe this is not yet my time because my appointment's gone. And I didn't want to start the curly girl method with long hair because I had rebonded hair. I want to cut it off, but I didn't want to cut it off myself.
I had half rebonded and half natural hair.
Yes. So I stopped rebonding in 2019. July 2020, I thought, oh my gosh, someone knows how to do coily hair and curly hair. So even though she was a new hairstylist, I immediately booked. I bought all the products, just a starter. So I had.
What did you start off with?
I'm kind of late. Actually, it's kind of unbelievable for me to be doing this because I'm quite lazy. I am quite lazy. And so when I was looking for products in the Philippines, there's also not that much products here.
Okay.
This product, Zen Nutrients, they created this curly line. Also during the pandemic, I think they just released it in June 2020. So I saw some reviews and they had the low poo, they had the conditioner, they did not have leave-in yet, but they had the deep conditioner. So that's like 3 off my list.
Yeah.
So I'll buy from them because they had 3 of this. Then I got a gel. It's a local gel, not really it's for everybody gel. So just a local bench fix purple gel, and I got a diffuser. Actually, I had a Dyson because that's for my blow drying.
You had it from before.
Yes, I had it from before, and
very
then
lucky.
Somehow I saw, wait, what's this big thing? So it was a diffuser. So oh my gosh, a good thing I didn't sell this. I was about to sell it, but I didn't sell it, and I used the diffuser. So I started in July. I had my final wash, but in the Philippines, it's not recommended anywhere else except here. Because they assume if you follow the curly girl method, you will never use sulfates again.
Yes.
So just to save money, because the products here, even though it's probably drugstore price in other countries, for other people here it's already expensive.
Yes.
So to save money, people use dishwashing liquid. Yes, because there are sulfates.
Wow.
So I used this local brand that they recommend because I was in a hurry already, and I thought maybe I'll never use sulfate again because I was starting out. So I used that one, and it really dried my hair. But after that wash, I used this dishwashing liquid as shampoo, and then I deep condition. I could really see the effect, like curls and then dead rebond straight hair.
So you clarified first.
Yes, I clarified a final wash, and then I had my hair cut and cut almost all the dead ends off. But that time I was still not experimental. I didn't want my hair to be too short. Because I didn't know what my face would look like with short hair.
Okay, I see. Wow, that's an amazing journey. I love how you mentioned that chemical or rebonded hair is dead ends. Because it does look dead. Compared to your natural hair, right? So and you can clearly see the difference if especially when you have curly hair or like curly hair like yours, that curly or something wavy, and then you see like this unnatural. It's straight, but it's unnatural, right?
Yes, it's fried. You can really see that it's fried. Like that.
So I've had several curly friends in Japan, try because they still want to keep the length. So they actually perm their straight hair again.
Oh my gosh.
To curly.
Yes.
Fits there. So so that transition isn't too massive. So I think that's actually a great idea.
Yeah, I actually did that before. I thought to myself, maybe I can start to embrace my natural hair if I perm. So I had chemically straightened hair. I permed my chemically straightened hair. But only because I thought I had waves, I only did waves. And only at the lower ends. So I had like rebonded chemically straightened hair, and then I had waves here.
I see.
That was because that's the look. I think that's the look that most people go for, especially for formal events here.
Only at the end.
Yes, only at the ends. So the regrowth was madness because I had frizzy hair, then I had straight, then I had the waves. It's so weird.
It's 3 patterns.
It's too weird. Yes.
That sounds so funny.
It is funny, but actually, great idea. If you're starting out, you wanna perm the ends and then so that the growth will be kind of more.
Why do you want to start your curly journey though? Like, what's the reason behind it? You could have gone having rebonded hair for your whole life.
Basically, I was just really tired of the whole process. That was, it's something that was not a good experience for me. I didn't enjoy that experience at all. I can still remember the first time I had my straightening treatment. I was around 12 years old. I was a kid with maybe a shoulder-length hair like this, but the process took 6 hours or more. I remember staying there in the morning in the salon, and then I was there at night. So and you can smell like smoke, like they're frying your hair, literally frying my hair. So I really did enjoy the experience, and then I had to do it like twice or thrice a year, just to maintain it. And then the whole maintenance, I just got tired. So I was really starting 2019. I really started to find ways how can I start to embrace my natural hair. So basically that's more of the reason why I just got tired.
I am exactly the same.
Oh my
I think that once you hit puberty, and then you start to think about your looks a bit, and you start comparing to others, you want to fit in, and that's when you start like a straight magic perm in Japan. So you get the magic perm, and then once you get that, it's like you can't really get out of that cycle, which also takes about like 5 hours for me as well.
God.
To have a lot of hair.
Mm-hmm.
So but then like I think I started I was curious, like everyone else out in the world have curly hair, and then they seem to be doing fine. Why is it that not Asians can't do it? Because there was no community in Japan. I've never seen a curly Asian person without a perm, and then I was like, there must be a way. So I started looking up in English, and then I found like Curly Girl Method YouTube videos in English, and then I started watching it, and I was like, I gotta try it. I had straight permed hair at the time, but then I did it, and then it actually worked. So I was very surprised, and then I gotta translate all of this because there is no information in Japanese, and everyone in Japan who has, and it's actually, they say 70% of the Japanese population has wavy or curly hair. That's a lot of people.
That is.
But on the streets, I don't see anyone.
Oh my gosh.
Right? When you said you've been to Japan.
Yes, I have.
You've never seen.
I have not seen a wavy or curly Japanese out there. Yes.
And in media, you don't see either. So I was like, okay, I have to translate, and that's how I started.
Oh my gosh, it's so great that you can speak English fluently and Japanese fluently as well. But like, have you always known that you had that kind of curly hair as a kid?
So when I was small, I always had like curly hair.
Oh my gosh.
And my mom had curly hair too. So, but from her generation, she always had straight perm. So naturally, she would recommend that to me since I was okay when I was a kid, but then I'll be like, my hair would look like a circle, like and a sphere on top of my head. Every day.
It's a poof.
So I had no idea, and then my mom would always pull on my hair to make that tight ponytail. It would always be pulled all the way to the back, and I felt like my hairline was receding almost because she's pulling on it so hard. That was the only way to condense my hair almost.
Yes, I agree.
So after that, I straightened my perm for like 10-15 years. That I have no idea how my natural hair was. I totally forgot. I just remember that I used to have curly hair, but I don't know what my natural hair would look like.
My mom also would put it in buns just so that you don't see any hair.
So do you have curly hair relatives?
So my mom and my dad, they actually have wavy hair.
Okay, I see.
And then, but for my grandma, I think also wavy hair. So I think it runs in the family, the wavy hair. But I don't know if I've never seen any of my relatives with this kind of curly hair. But except for my brother. So somehow, I don't know what happened when my mom and dad combined. Out came my brother and me, who both had curlier hair. So I can really see that he has he's probably as same as mine. If he only took care of his curls, but he's a guy, so most guys don't really care so much. They want to keep it short here in the Philippines anyway. So they just brush it.
I see. Okay. Actually, I recently started seeing more curly boys in Japan.
Oh my gosh, really?
So I actually got messages recently like, I want to get like I'm a boy, a guy, like, can I do the curly girl method? Like, it's called the curly girl method, but you don't have to be a girl. So
curly guy method.
It's CGM. So I recommended him some of like gels and like where salons.
Your gel.
Yeah, and he used it. He was very happy with it. So yeah, so I was like, okay, like yeah, it's totally doable for any type of like shorter or longer.
Yeah.
hair.
Here in the Philippines, actually, it's also kind of same in Japan. I know there's probably half of the population. They should have wavy curly hair.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So but the beauty standards here, I mean, everywhere it's all straight hair, you know, perfectly silky, and then all the shiny.
I think that it's the year 2000s.
Yes.
When I think we're maybe around the same age, but when we were like in high school, like around there, or like university, that's when the pin straight hair was very popular, right?
Yes. Like the famous shows, famous movies. So everybody wanted that. So in my school, well, nobody had curly hair or wave. No one was doing it anyway. And then when I got to college, it's mostly everyone was straightening their hair.
I see. So when you started your curly journey, and then you started getting coils and curls like that, what was the reaction of the people around you?
Actually, that was a pandemic, right? So everyone was just online via Zoom. So the advantage for me was the transitioning phase. They only got to see it through Zoom. So I think they all appreciated it. My workmates, my colleagues, actually, when we had meetings, they were very fascinated with, wow, so this is your natural hair? Because they always imagined that I had straight hair. And then when I was posting on Facebook, even though I'm on my second year, right, I post my transition, my curly transition there. So I had wavy at the start, and then it became curly. People thought it was a perm. My friend,
because it's so beautiful.
They would ask. I've gotten questions. Is that a wig? Do I wear a wig? Do I perm my hair? So, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. After 2 years, people still think. So the reaction mostly of my friends were positive. It was more on fascination also, because they haven't seen people who have curly hair and who are East Asian or Filipino.
Right.
On my side though, I was quite happy because just the mere fact of embracing my hair was already a big accomplishment for me. So no matter what I look like, I liked it because it felt more me. So this natural hair, and that's what they tell me also, that my curly hair suits me better than my straightened hair.
I totally agree. I feel like it's part of my personality almost now that I feel more free, I feel like more myself, and I don't have to fear of the rain anymore. Like, I don't care if it rains, like I already have curly hair, you know? I feel more confident almost. It's weird because like I still felt beautiful with straight hair, but it's like I'm more myself. That adds to the confidence that I have right now.
I completely agree, because when I had my straightened hair, I wanted to switch things up. So I wanted layers, I wanted to color my hair, but then the hairstylist at the salon would always tell me that, oh, you have frizzy hair, you can't do layers, you can only do straight, you can't do anything to your hair. Basically, that's what they're telling me. And then when in the Philippines,
it's true.
They call curly hair here a curse. So
curse?
Yes, so sumpa. So in Tagalog, it's called sumpa. And when I go to the salon, the hairstylist will tell me, oh, your curse is growing again, or your sumpa is growing again. I'm like, so all this time I thought it was a curse, right? So when I embraced it, I can't believe it that, oh my gosh, it's not a curse, it's a blessing. And I feel more me, and with curly hair, you can be creative with different hairstyles, you can cut it in different ways, you can, do a lot of things with it. So it feels more free.
Like the time going to the salons was more of a torture than embracing your creativity. So because before it was like, how do we make this wrong to an okay style, right?
Yeah,
so you know, they always tell you like how damaged it was, but in reality it wasn't damaged. It was just curly hair that looks damaged, but it wasn't. So they're like, oh, you should deep condition, you should do, you know, add
Yes, we were buying those
Yeah.
expensive products.
yeah, add $30 more to, you know, to get like a silkier hair, but in reality they were just kind of rebonding in a more natural way. I don't need all of that. You can just go completely natural, or you can bleach like me. However, I bleached my hair 4 times, which I could never do
Oh
before.
my gosh.
Yeah, or it would die. Like my hair would die after the rebonding,
Yes,
right?
yes.
The question I get actually at the beginning of people's curly journey is that how do I take down the volume? And then I tell them, you know, you can use also gels, you can use also cream to take down the volume, but volume isn't bad.
Yes.
Yeah, because volume and curly hair is a great match. It looks beautiful on your face. So like, don't be afraid of volume and frizz. And that's something that, of course, you know, nice curls is always nice as well. But you know, frizz and it's completely natural. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really encourage people to embrace frizz as
Yeah.
well. My mom actually, she really doesn't like volume. Now
Yeah.
that you mentioned it,
Yeah.
most people don't like any volume. Well, me, I crave for volume.
Yeah. Now, how many curly girls and boys are there in Philippines?
In the Philippines, so I mean, I assume there has to be more than 50% curly or wavy people. But for groups, there are actually some popping out already. So the first one is Curly Girl Philippines, and then but that's only exclusively for girls.
Okay.
And then there's Curly Filipinas modified CGF, so you can break some rules. Yeah. And then Curly Co, local brand, they also opened up a community as well. So I am super happy that every day I see more and more people trying to embrace their curls. There's still a long this is just one tiny step. There's still a long journey to go.
Yeah.
Because the salons, I think you have to go to the grassroots also. So goes to the people, and then the salons, they're all offering only straightening treatment.
How many would you say numbers? Like several thousand people?
Yeah, for
Yeah?
sure. Because 110
Yeah.
million people in the Philippines, so probably 50 million.
Yeah.
I would probably say that. Yeah.
Because there's so many brands already that
In the Philippines.
that does the curly. I wanna show.
Oh
that.
yeah.
So right now in Japan, you have my brand. It's like I'm advertising. For
Yes.
But from what I know of, this is the only curly brand that was made in Japan, catered to Japanese people. So this is actually the only brand I know of, and I just made it like a month ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
Congratulations.
Thank you so
I
much.
can't wait to try
yeah.
it.
So if that's the case, like I just feel like I have about 4,000 followers on Instagram right now. So I think the curly population is still very, very low in Japan. But so this curly co, when was
Yeah.
this made?
Curly Co, I think it was also the pandemic, probably 2020 as well, or
Okay.
earlier. I have to ask the founder, Dre. Shout out, Dre. So Curly Co, they're actually more on hair tools.
Okay,
Hair
I
tools.
see.
So this is one of their products. They have a scalp brush. So this one is for curly girl people, cleansing our scalp is the most important step.
Yeah.
And then they also have this satin scrunchies. They also do like a satin pillowcase because sleep,
Oh, yeah.
sleep protection is
Yeah.
important
it's
for
nice.
for curly hair. So that's Curly Co
Uh-huh.
here. But in the Philippines, the really very first curly brand that offers hair products is the Curls by Zen Nutrients. So Zen Nutrients has been here for a long time already, but they only started their curls line in June 2020. Actually, I know there's gonna be more local products coming
Yeah.
out soon as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
We barely have any good stylers
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
So it's very expensive to ship international products as
Yeah.
well. And there are resellers here, but they're, it's already added costs. so it's not so affordable, right?
It's not like, you know, you do it once and you're finished. You're
Yeah.
gonna be doing it for your whole life.
Yes.
almost. So you want to use a brand that's not gonna like take away from your wallet every
Yes.
time. And I always want to tell my followers and people who are trying to start this method that you don't always have to buy something that's expensive.
Yes.
And you don't always have to have the full line. You can always start off with what you already have. It's okay to have silicone sometimes as well. It's okay to use sulfate. Do what is sustainable for you.
Yes, yes. That's actually my suggestion when I made my beginner guide. I tell them that just get what's accessible to you, what's available to you, because it's not unrealistic to get everything all at once if you can't.
Yeah.
If you can't.
We are curly hair fanatics.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
so-
are fanatics.
Yeah. So it's not very normal to, you know, be so invested in your hair and like, you know, have all of this ready. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so it's
yes.
not, like you don't have to follow what we're doing. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Because I think people get intimidated,
Yeah.
and they kind of don't start anymore because oh my god, too much information, too much things to buy, etc. It's
Yeah.
too much of a hassle, so they don't do anything anymore. But yeah, that's what I tell them. You just have to start.
Yeah.
Get a few products and then just start. You don't even have, because people also analyze like, am I low porosity? Am I you know, high porosity, etc.
Yeah.
My principle there is everyone, most likely we're all coming from damaged hair. So as long as you have that deep condition, there are moisturizing products, you just have to start.
Yeah.
You don't over analyze it
Yeah.
so much, because eventually as you go along, maybe 2 months, 3 months, you already know kind of what your hair likes. Like
Yeah.
I don't really like to, you know, badmouth products
Yeah.
because sometimes it's just not really fit for me, or I'm not, you know, doing the right method,
Right.
not applying it correctly. Maybe I should add more water. So I
Yeah.
try, you know, I experiment so much.
Yeah.
I experiment so much before I say like, okay, this product doesn't work for me.
Because it does work differently on each person, and then it might not work for me, but it might work for the other
Yes,
person.
yes.
So you know, it's always nice to have options as well. Just because it's cheap, it doesn't mean that it's bad for you
Yes,
as well.
yes,
So,
yes.
yeah, I totally agree. So I really love your Instagram page. Such positive vibes from you, and I really, this is why I actually wanted to meet up with you, because you're one of the like a few curly girls out there internationally that I wanted to actually meet in person. So where does that, you know, positive vibe come from? Like, what made you like? Where does it come from?
I think it's just like how I was brought up, I guess. I have always been a happy kid, but I do have, you know, I do feel sad, etc. But I'm more of like personality wise, I really like to spread sunshine. I like to smile a lot and I like to laugh a lot. So much needed in this curly hair space to be positive, because you know, you're offering something that's not of the standard.
Yeah.
So I think being friendly and trying to encourage people
Yeah.
to just try embracing your natural curls. That's really my advocacy right now. Curly empowerment. And curly revolution. I started that hashtag also, the curly revolution, because that's what's really needed here in the Philippines,
Yeah.
and also in Japan.
Yeah.
It has to be something, you know, loud. You have to be loud. You can't just be silent, because if you're just silent, then you know, people won't see. And if people don't see, people won't know. And knowledge is power. Information is, you know, you can do so much with it. I cannot do it alone. Like, you know, one person or even like 10 people can't do it alone. We really have to be a lot. That's the only way for people to embrace it, if that people would see that people are loving their natural curls.
I love how you use the word revolution in that, because I really think it's like a stance that we have to take.
Yeah.
It's not only about yourself. Oh, I want to make my frizzy hair beautiful, but it's more like, how do you embrace what you naturally have? And
Yes.
I think it translates to body positivity, also skin of color, you know, maybe the size of your eyes, size of your nose. It's always like, it's something that you have to kind of break from this homogenous one beauty standard, to that there's so many other beauty standards out there And I love how, for our instance, it starts from our hair.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I've had so many positive comments from my followers that embracing their natural hair has changed their life because they never really loved themselves before, but now they do, and now they are confident. I really want to bring that positive vibe that you have to Japan as well.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And spread it.
And you are actually so positive. I super love your posts. Like, they're very, I mean, even if it's all in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
But I enjoy watching it. So you're also a very positive person. I was so happy that you're coming here.
We're gonna actually have lunch now together.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And then, you know, just talk about other stuff. It's great that we have her here today. It's not Japan and Philippines. It's pretty much the same. We're talking about something very similar right now. And I would love to have this kind of like Asian community as well, you know, grow bigger in terms of the embracing curly hair. So thank you so much for coming today.
And thank you for coming to the Philippines.
Yes, I would love to visit again. Okay, so I'll see you again. Mata ne. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Lovely hair.
Thank you.